Hello, and welcome back to the podcast that also thinks the defense is wrong. That was a horrible accent, but I tried. Welcome back to Love, Death, and Movies podcast, and its number one film breakdown and review podcast, the podcast that crushes watch lists week after week. Now, every 2 months is a different genre. Every week within that 2 months is a different film in that genre. So follow us on everything, join along for the ride, and let's watch some movies. I'm one of your hosts, Ash vs. Movies, and with me each and every week is Harry, that movie guy. Is that your name?
Wild. Wild that that's a question.
I'm sorry. I don't really look at your handle very often because you're always on your personal Instagram.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Harry, that movie guy, is here with me as always. Harry, how are you?
I'm good. A little tired, but I'm good. My girlfriend's and her cat have moved in for, I think it's 6 weeks, just while she does renos on her renovations for people outside of Australia on her apartment. So I work from home. So now I work from home with a cat.
Yep.
And this cat's been... I love this cat. This cat's fucking awesome. But she's such a menace sometimes. Like, I'm in the middle of a client presentation yesterday, and she, like, jumps up onto my desk and puts her entire face into the webcam. it's like everything's gone then. It's just so chaos. It's so funny, though.
You're welcome to working from home with an animal. It's,
she just means special. So well. Like, she's just exploring. She's just curious. Yeah. But no, that's pretty good. But other than that, I'm going to go to Melbourne this weekend, which will be good fun, to watch my beloved Swannies.
Of course.
That's kind of it. The main reason, it's a business trip. We're breaking a curse. Me and my brother have gone to Melbourne, which is like the AFL capital of Australia. We've gone to Melbourne 7 times to watch the Swans play, 4 of them grand finals, and they've lost every one of them. So we've never seen them win Melbourne.
Got it.
And for us to win the grand final, we have to break this curse. So I'm going down to watch them versus the worst team in the competition, and we're the second best team in the competition on the ladder. I'm expecting a bloodbath. If it's anything less, I'll be like, you might never hear from me ever again. So it's a business trip. If we're going to win it this year, we're going to have to break this curse beforehand, and that's why we're actually going down to Melbourne. It's to break a curse.
Dedication.
How are you, Ash?
Oh, I'm good. I can't even remember the last time we recorded. I want to say it was like over a week ago because it was pre my birthday, right? Because we wanted to, So we had 2 weekends off. So yeah, I guess I'm good. Yeah, lots has happened. I've seen the Odyssey. I have experienced the 70 millimeter IMAX experience as the gods intended. Enjoyed it. I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of people in my life over the last couple of weeks about this movie. Yeah. Some strong opinions of just people that, not like movie people that we know, but like just people in my personal life that are just like avidly did not like it.
Really?
Did not find that it was honest to the source material, did not enjoy it, thought it was visually bad. I'm just like, oh wow. That's what I was thinking. It was fascinating to me that, like, I get that if you're not going to love like every movie, that's fine. But it was more the like actively not liking it and like thinking it looked like shit. I was really surprised to hear that from many people, but I enjoyed it. I love being able to feel the sound in my chest and just like be immersed. And so for me, it wasn't my favorite like story of all time, but I'm not like versed in Greek mythology or the Odyssey as a story. Don't know anything about it. So I went in super blind, so maybe that's why, but I had a great time. Yeah, I'm good. Work's actually been kind of slow, knock on wood, for me the last week or two, so I'm just chilling, just living life.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else I've been up to. That's pretty much it. Just birthday shenanigans. Went wine tasting over the weekend with all my ladies in my life, and yeah, been watching movies. That's it. That's it for me.
Did you drink?
Well, let's see. I started with a cocktail at lunch, and then we went wine tasting. I know. And then we went wine tasting, and I had a tasting. So you have like you try like 6 different wines.
Tastings, but it's like no one's spitting that shit out.
Yeah, you have like little tiny sips of 6 different wines, and then I bought a bottle, and then I went to. Yeah, so this place we go to, and if you guys ever come to visit the general area, I would definitely take you here because it's really cool. It's like an old brick building that's been converted into like there's like 15 to 20 different wineries like on the one site. So you go to this one place where you can then wander into a multitude of wineries. So like you don't have there's not like a vineyard, if that makes sense. There's not like it's not the same as going to like an individual winery, but you have all
Right.
these different options all in one location. So you don't have to drive from place to place. I don't know how it is there, but like in California, you have like Napa Valley, for example. It's like you could spend 30, 45 minutes driving from one winery to the next. It's like such a long stretch. So it takes a whole day, whereas this
Yeah.
is all just one spot. So
We've
I
got
like it a
like
lot.
we've got like especially in New South Wales, we've got places like Hunter Valley, which is our big like wine country. But you can just like hire a bus tour or something, which is like
Yeah.
a little van and a guy that drives you around. It's like 10 minutes max to each vineyard.
Yeah. I would say that that's, I guess, similar to Napa, but I feel like it's more spread out. So like you could, it's just such a pain and it's such an annoying drive. So I just
Yeah.
like this place because it's only like an hour and 15 minutes from me and it's got everything and it has some of my favorite wines. So, anyways,
Oh
they
yeah.
have these wine slushies there. So I had one of those. And then my mom was like, I bought a bottle of Prosecco. Do everybody want some? And I was like, sure, I'm not driving. So I didn't feel great when I got home, but
Your mom
I,
sounds like a weapon.
oh, she can drink like two bottles of champagne and doesn't feel anything. Like
Hell yeah.
she could be Australian for sure. Um,
We'll accept her.
but yeah. So I didn't feel great when I got home, but I had an electrolyte, had some pizza, had a little lay down mini, like not nap, but kind of like a body nap, even though I didn't
Oh
go to
yeah.
sleep. And I felt great the next day. So
That's really good.
yeah, that's 33 for me. So yeah, not too bad so far. But anyways, anything else you want to highlight from
I
the
saw
last 2 weeks?
I saw Super Troopers 3.
Oh yeah, how
Um
was it?
which so I went in there and like normal pre-screenings they're like around 200 people are there. I'd say it's always pretty decent size. There was literally 12 people. And we are just like, this is fucking wild. Like we go in there and like in the foyer, there's like beers and stuff already opened and everything for everyone to have. And there's 12 people and there's like 60 beers, and like other drinks as well. I just take notice of the beers. But there was like no one there. And and the movie was fucking horrifically bad. But that's another thing. It was terrible. It was a really bad
Yeah, I
movie.
kind of figured.
But then we found out after that there was like a guy earlier in the day that got arrested there because he was holding a fake weapon, like a fake gun, and police were urging people not to go to the area, and we just missed that. So like, so
These
that
12
was
people were just like, eh.
yeah, it was like, what's happening over there? Like we just completely missed that. So that was pretty funny, but yeah, saw that. That was average. I'm seeing End of Oak Street tonight. That'll be good fun. I'm really excited for that one. To be honest, I think that'll be great. I feel like I saw something else. Um, oh, come
Trying to
to me. I started
think if you're
Fleabag
like, oh
on.
yeah,
I've never watched it before. I'm like
neither have
three
I, but I've
episodes
heard of
in.
it.
It's awesome. It's just really well written. I think you'd love it already so far. I think you'd really dig it. Reading wise, had I talked about The Tenant?
Oh, you finished it, right?
Yeah, had I talked
No, we
about
haven't
that
talked
thing?
about it as far as like your actual opinion on it.
Man, that book. The more I think about it, the more it pisses me off. Like, there's
Yeah.
no. I messaged you. I'm like, really like the twist.
Hmm.
Really twist, cool. Really like it. And I started to guess it literally 3 pages before it was revealed.
Hmm.
Any other page, it
Same.
completely took me off guard. I was just like, maybe it's X. That's the
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of thought the
um
same thing at that time.
yeah. But there's no character you like, which I just found really
Mm-mm.
annoying. But that's classic Frida, to be honest. But still enjoyable read. Yeah, it's been made into a movie. They're making that one into a
That one
movie
I
now.
feel like is just not necessary. You know, it's
No,
going to be kind
not
of
at all.
a boring movie, to be honest.
Yeah, so they're going to have to add heaps to it, to be honest. Um, but then I've just been reading Lightbringer. I'm 200 pages into Lightbringer. Jesus, it's just going from The Tenant to Lightbringer is perfect because you're like, oh,
Quite
there's
an
levels to
interesting
this shit.
transition.
There's levels to this fucking game. It's so good. Please start Red Rising. Holy shit.
I will one day, I promise.
All right.
I read
Well,
a couple books since we last talked. I think I read
yeah,
Best Offer Wins. I finished that. That was a really
you
fun,
got that
easy
right.
read. It was like
Yeah,
270 pages. I mean, I gave it like 3.75, I think. It's just like fun. It's not
yeah.
the best book ever, but it's really a very unhinged main character. And then I'm reading Dear Debbie right now for my book club that's on Sunday, and I'm about halfway through it. It's very much like Desperate Housewives. I don't know if you ever watched that
I'm
show,
in.
but it's fun. I wouldn't say it's like nothing really twisty has happened yet, but it's just like fun. I don't know. It's just easy to read. It's fun. I like Debbie as a main character. She's pretty she's pretty epic, and I like it better than The Tenant so far. Much easier read from the get-go than The Tenant. So yeah, that's what I'm reading now, and I think we'll see what happens after this. I just have so many thrillers that I need to
Yeah,
read now.
what do you reckon you're gonna read next? Or like, what's the decisions?
We'll see what my next book club book is, if it's one I already have or not. I've got everything behind me, but I'm kind of tempted to check out that the one you read, the
Ready Player One?
no, the incidents around the house. I bought that one.
Yeah, do it. It's actually really fucked up.
Yeah, I think I
What
might check that out
have you
since the
watched the
movie's
trailer
coming out.
for Other Mummy?
No, I didn't want to
Cool,
because I
great.
didn't want to
Yeah,
spoil
yeah, yeah.
anything for the
It's
book.
also very different. Like
I figured.
almost everything in the trailer doesn't happen in the book at all, which is fine. But
Totally.
the way that they're going with the movie, I'm like, this is sick. I'm like, so, but definitely, yeah. Let me
Okay.
know when you like, because that book is like the only book that's truly scared me.
Yeah, I'm between that and starting this Hidden Pictures that I just showed you that I
Yeah,
before this that I bought. So both kind of in the realm of like kids being involved. So either way, it's kind of going down that path. But
yeah. Fuck them kids.
I'm
I'm
also
ready
thinking
for
about
more.
rereading Verity because the movie's coming out in October. So we'll see about that. But
New poster got released. It looked cool.
yeah, I think that'll be one of the adaptations from Colleen Hoover that might actually be
Good.
decent.
Yeah. Well, it's
So
great cast.
yeah, I love the Josh
It's
Hartnett can
yeah,
do
Josh
no wrong.
Hartnett, Anne Hathaway, and Dakota
Dakota
Johnson.
Johnson.
Oh,
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, that's what we've been watching, what we've been reading, what we've been up to. 11 minutes in, let's go ahead and talk about what we're here to talk about, which is
yeah.
continuing on with the 90s bangers. So we have 90s films, kind of an assortment of them for the month of August and September. Um, I know we both love this topic because we're big 90s films fans. But today we're talking about the hilarious 90s classic My Cousin Vinny, released in March 1992, directed by Jonathan Lynn. The film stars the incredible cast of Joe Pesci, Ralph Macchio, Marissa Tomei, and Mitchell Whitfield, to name the main cast. And completely well deserved, Marissa Tomei won an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress when she was only 28 years old for this movie. Even though the person reading the teleprompter announced the wrong actress at first, she did in fact win. This is like some big like thing. Like people on the internet, like there was like for like a while, like people were convinced it didn't actually happen because they read the wrong name, which we've seen happen before. But yeah, she did in fact win, and I'm very glad she won because she's the heart and soul of this movie, in my opinion. Movie goes as follows. So, two young friends, Bill and Stan, travel through rural Alabama on their way back to college when they are mistakenly arrested and charged with murder. With no other options, Bill calls his cousin Vinny, who is a lawyer, to defend them. So, Harry, you've never seen this before. I only just saw it for the first time like 2 years ago. So, what are your initial thoughts on My Cousin Vinny?
I put this in my letterbox review. I'm like, I could watch this 2 to 3 times, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Welcome to My Life, which is what
Yeah,
happened to me on the second watch.
dude, I loved this movie. Like, I was like 30 minutes in, and I was just like, this is a great movie. Like, I can already kind of tell I love these sort of films. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I saw Marissa won for it, and then I was like halfway through the movie, I was like, why did she win for this? I'm like, she's really good, but why? And then like the second half is like, boom, that's why. Especially her on the stand and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So damn good. I love this movie. There's so much heart and soul. It's really fun, but it's very like serious at the exact same time, which is really damn good. I thought Pesci was great. He was kind of perfect for this role. I loved. There's so much good shit about this movie. Like at the beginning where they're like in the police station, they're like, it was a complete accident. You know, it just happened. You know, I didn't mean for it to happen. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
wow. So he was there as well. Wow, okay. And he's just talking like one's talking about stealing a can
Yeah.
of tuna, and the other one's talking about murder. Like,
Just like the biggest like ongoing joke of miscommunication that could
yeah,
possibly exist. Yeah.
it's crazy. Ralph Macchio still hasn't aged today, by the way.
Yeah, he hasn't. He looks the exact same.
He looks the exact same, which is crazy. But no, I loved basically everything about this film. I thought
Yay.
it was awesome.
Are you glad that I replaced this in? Because I really wanted you to watch this when I saw that you hadn't seen it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know what led me to watching this. I just kept hearing about how like amazing Marissa Tomei was in this movie and like all her outfits and stuff from Somebody. And I was like, fine, I'll finally
She was
watch it.
amazing, all right.
Yeah, and then I loved it. I fell in love with this movie, and then rewatching it, I was just like, I finished it, and I was like, oh yeah, this is like a perfect movie. Like for what
Yeah.
it is, this is impressive. I
For
can't
what it
believe I hadn't
wants to
seen this.
be, it's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love all the ongoing jokes. That was one thing I was going to bring up. That like you mentioned the stuff with like the beginning and like the sheriff, just the miscommunication, but like even the jokes that go down to like every time he leaves and goes to a different place to sleep, something wakes him up. Like there's just like these like recurring
Yep.
jokes throughout the movie, and I feel like if written differently or poorly or performed differently, they would just not be funny. But
Yep.
the way that it's written and executed is it makes it so funny and it works so well.
But that's like the whole
Yeah.
character of Vinny is just like at first you think he's completely useless and like complete like a fish out of water. And like little conversations at the beginning, like with the grits, of like
Mm-hmm.
how long it takes
Yep.
to cook grits, and then that just is like kind of like a center point of
Sneaks
his
up on
entire
you. Yeah.
defense. And it's just like little things like that. You're like, oh, it's like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme. It's like
Yep,
what's it called?
exactly. It's true. And it almost, to me, is like a version of like why I love Legally Blonde, for example. It's almost like an underdog story, but it's done through like the lens of a comedy with a really fun main character. And even like in that movie, she uses her knowledge of like hair care. It's like
Mm,
he brings this like thing in that he learned a few days ago, and that like you wonder why the breakfast scene is even in the movie.
yeah.
And
And then
then you're like,
towards the end,
oh,
you're like,
that's
oh
why.
yeah,
And like even the fact that they talk about how much Lisa has experience with like her with cars and knows everything about cars, you're like, who cares? Why does that matter? Oh, it
yeah.
matters because it's crucial to the plot. So it's like nothing is there just for the sake of being there. And I really love when movies do that well. And I love a good courtroom movie, whether it's
Same.
a drama or a comedy. It's just usually going to be something that's like my favorite thing ever. So,
Really reminded me of Lincoln Lawyer. Yeah, have you
oh,
ever seen Lincoln Lawyer?
interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of what like like this one's a bit more comedic in a way,
Yeah.
but that's kind of what drew me in because I agree with you. I love a little courtroom drama, but like it isn't as serious as like A Few Good Men. Um,
Well, yeah, yeah, that has a much like darker undertone, whereas yeah, this is definitely a comedy through and
whilst
through.
it's still about murder, it's still
Yeah,
like, but it still has a much more comedic undertone for sure.
yeah, because the point of this movie is not really catching the real killers. It's
No,
like the whole point is like getting these guys out of this
can
bad
Vinny do it, sort
situation.
of thing. Like,
Yeah,
and the
that's why I
whole
mean underdog
dynamic,
story.
yeah, and the whole dynamic with the judge, how he
Yes,
keeps making up different names for him
so
to
great. Yeah,
satisfy.
Jeffrey Gallo. Or did I say Gallo? I mean Callow with a
Of,
C.
of course, he's dead. He's like, exactly.
Yeah,
My name's Callow. And he just
just
seems
how quick he is on
so
his
good.
feet is makes him such a
Genius.
lovable character.
Even after he wins at the end, and he's just like trying to get out of there as quickly as possible. Sonny, if I don't get out of here right now, I will never be able to get out of here.
That's how everybody feels about rural Alabama.
So, that's so good.
Amazing. Okay, well let's get started. I'm gonna just stop a couple of times, but feel free to obviously chime in if I miss
Right.
anything. But while driving through rural Alabama, New York college students, close friends Bill Gambini and Stan Rothenstein stop at a local convenience store for food and drinks, where Bill forgetfully places a can of tuna in his pocket for later.
Whoops.
After they leave the store, the clerk is apparently robbed and murdered, so they are pulled over by a local sheriff and arrested. They don't know why they're arrested. While being interrogated, Bill assumes he was brought in for stealing the can of tuna. I love that whole exchange with him and Stan in the car. Like, oh, they know that you stole. Like, they're just so convinced
They're
it's for
so
that,
convinced.
which is
Yeah.
so funny. So he thinks it's for stealing a can of tuna, so he confesses. But turns out the boys are arrested on a murder charge and Stan for accessory to murder. When he realizes how serious the situation is, he calls his mom, who informs him they have an attorney in the family, his cousin Vinny. Vinny and his fiancee, Mona Lisa Vito, who just goes by Lisa.
So good.
I know, I was laughing because I was thinking about, do you watch Parks and Rec?
No, but I've heard of
Oh,
it. I'd love it though. Absolutely.
Mona Lisa is a character, like a side character in that, and it's funny that that's her full name. But anyway, she goes by Lisa. Shows up to this small rural Alabama town where they stand out like a sore thumb. We learn that Vinny has only just passed the bar about 6 weeks ago after six failed attempts and has no trial experience as he has been a personal injury lawyer. Vinny talks to Bill and Stan about what happened while they're being held in jail. which is awful that they have to be held in jail, which is it just seems so unfair, while they await their court date. I love this whole bit as well where Stan is talking to Vinny in the like jail cell and Bill is asleep. So he's just
Oh,
like
so
thinks
good.
he's like some sort of like sex slave and he's like this whole exchange and he's like, it's your ass, not mine. Like you just gonna jerk me around or like jerk me off or something like that. It's so funny the way Joe Pesci is able to just like
Yeah,
deliver the lines. It comes across so well. But in the wrong movie, that scene would have been so dumb.
yeah. But then he's just like, fine, I'll start with him first. And he's like, oh, Vinny. He's like, oh, you're Vinny.
Yeah.
It's immediately
So
right.
much miscommunication throughout the entire film is what
So
makes
good.
all the moments so funny. Um, Absolutely love it. I'm glad you agree. Vinny then visits the Honorable Judge Chamberlain Holler, who questions him about his experience since he's an out of state attorney. Really enjoy this actor in this role. He's like
He's
the complete
great.
opposite of Joe Pesci in every way possible.
What's he
Um,
from? He reminds me of
I'm not
someone.
sure. I didn't get a chance to look him up, but he did look very familiar. You can look that up while I finish
Fred
up this
Gwynn.
section. Yeah, he passed away shortly after this movie was made, actually.
This is how I know him. He's from Pet Cemetery.
Oh, I've never seen that. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's how I know him. He's from the Munsters as well, from the '60s.
Okay. It seemed
Yeah,
like he'd been an actor for like, like 30, 40 years, but he passed away shortly, I think the year after this movie came out. So this was one of his last roles that he ever did. But I just think he does like this like very like prestigious judge, but also a Southern judge, like no nonsense. He plays it really, really well. So the way that they are able to kind of go tit for tat is really, really fun. But Vinny claims to be a seasoned, experienced attorney with many years of trials. The judge makes it clear that Vinny needs to learn Alabama laws and be prepared in court. The next day before the first court appearance, Vinny and Lisa get their first dining experience in town, where the only option is breakfast, lunch, or dinner,
that
which
is
is
awesome.
eggs. Yeah, so classic of a really small town. But it's just bacon, eggs, and grits, which
Have
Vinny
you
learns to
tried
take.
grits?
I have, yeah.
What the fuck is grits?
It's exactly what he said. It's like a corn-based like oatmeal type of dish. It's like really creamy and wet. I don't like it, but in the South it's very, very common. They don't eat oatmeal, they eat grits.
Interesting. I don't trust it. Just putting it out there. Don't trust it.
Hey, you say you want to be a cowboy, Harry, you say that to the wrong person in the South.
Hey,
You never know what they're gonna do.
Australian cowboy. All right, we eat steak.
So you want to go to the Yabba.
Yeah, the Yabba. Heading down to
Um,
Bonnie Doon.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of grits. My half my family's from Texas, and we didn't really like grow up eating grits or anything, but I've definitely had them. And
You're right.
I'm not a big fan, but I also don't like love oatmeal either. I don't really like mushy hot breakfast. I'm not really. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
But yeah. But it's exactly what he said it is. I would never cook them in lard personally. Anything in lard.
That was
But
fucked. They
yeah,
put the lard on it. That was
yeah,
man. You
yeah.
guys know how to live. You guys know how
Hey,
to
don't
live.
associate me with Alabama, okay?
Oh yeah, yeehaw.
Um, but Vinny learns it takes 20 minutes to cook grits just right. At the first court appearance, Vinny ends up being held in contempt of the court for his attitude and wardrobe, which leads to Lisa having to bail him out for $200. And this is one of many times. Another recurring joke is he continues to get held in contempt of the court and get sent to jail. So it's really funny. But
Or the
anything else
scene
to
where
add
he's just
here?
like, the scene where he's just like, yeah, delay it a bit. Let me have a night in here. I'll get a good night's
Yeah,
sleep.
yeah, get some sleep. Yeah, so good.
Sleep. Yeah, he's great.
So
I just
good.
love how Vinny's whole demeanor this entire start of the film, where he's very much like, he looks from the outset like a complete fish out of water. They're like, you've got no idea, and like even the conversation of like, how many times did you do the bar exam to pass? And he's like, took him 6 times. Awesome. I just
Hmm.
yeah, the you kind of explained it perfectly. All the miscommunication is just such a good centerpiece for comedy. And especially when he first meets the boys, is so funny in that jail cell. Um, yeah,
Absolutely.
this is great, great opening.
Love it. Yeah, and I really enjoy um just the little nuggets of information that they give you of like now that you like once you know what the movie ends up like, the little nuggets of information they give you about even just like Lisa casually talking about automotive or like vehicle related things and him telling the guy in town that she's like knows more about cars than anybody. Just little things that you're just like, why does this matter? And
Yeah,
then it's like very, very apparent why it matters. But They're really good at dropping little nuggets along the way. But yeah, I just love these characters. I think the boys are really funny. They have a really interesting dynamic between the two of them. I love that Bill is like that classic, just like, New York Italian kind of guy. And then you have Vinny pull in and you're just like, oh, we could get even more Brooklyn here, and really get even more New York about it. So I just think that their fashion and just, yeah, the backdrop of like a Brooklyn like attorney with his fiance coming into this small Alabama southern place where things are very different. It's a great premise. Just the movie in general, the whole story is a really fun premise, and it was just executed very, very well. But yeah, some of my favorite scenes are him against the judge. Just those two going back and forth with each other is really, really entertaining.
Him with the suit when he comes in with like
The
like
bellhop suit.
yeah, so funny.
Absolutely. All right. Well, continuing on, they have their first official day in court, with the preliminary hearing, where District Attorney Jim Trotter III brings out three eyewitnesses who implicate Bill and Stan, specifically, and presents other strong but circumstantial evidence against them. Vinny is asked if he would like to question the witnesses, but he declines, causing them to go forward with trial. Stan is frustrated by Vinny's lack of experience and obviously with not questioning the witnesses. So he decides to fire him and go with the public defender, which leads Bill to want to do the same. But Vinny pleads with Bill to give him one more chance to question the witnesses at the trial first before he fires him. And he does give him that chance. Lisa continues to push Vinny to care more about the case and even begins researching and reading the laws herself, all while they continue to move hotels constantly due to something waking them up at 5 a.m. and Vinny getting almost no sleep. My favorite one is that train usually come through at 5 a.m.?
Yeah.
No, almost never. And then the next day, he's like, usually it's 4:50. Like, again, miscommunication,
So good.
which honestly is a really fun and interesting, like, theme to go with a movie about New Yorkers coming to rural South. Like, I feel
Yeah.
like that alone is going to create some of the most, like, miscommunications as human beings, people from totally different worlds.
Yeah, because
So the way
they
they're
just
able
live
to,
this every day. They know,
yeah,
like this is their world. Yeah, it's perfect.
yeah, and it's just like the way that they're able to have these ongoing jokes that don't feel forced, they don't feel like too much, they don't feel too repetitive, they just naturally kind of flow within the movie. It's really written just really well, and it's honestly impressive to me.
Yeah.
Vinny decides to go to Trotter to see what evidence and information he can trick out of him, even going hunting with him before he agrees to send over all the evidence materials. He learns that Trotter would feel a lot more confident about the case if he had a murder weapon. Back at the hotel, Lisa calls out his incompetence by letting him know the law requires the defense to provide all evidence through a process called discovery. Duh. Vinny finally starts reviewing and interviewing the witnesses. I just love that little moment where she's just like, I read the book. He has to give you all the evidence. Like,
Yeah.
you're
Just
such an idiot.
the
Like,
way she says it, he has to. Like
her
it's
her
so good.
accent is. I always thought that Margot Robbie in The Wolf of Wall Street had like such a great New York accent, but I think this tops it for
I
sure.
think she used this as inspiration
Had
for
to have.
most
Yeah.
of. Yeah, she
I was
like I
thinking about
love
that as well.
how much trust Vinny has for her. Like if he's in a bundle, he's just like, "What else did you read in that book that could help me right now?" And like things like that. I love that sort of shit.
Yeah, their relationship is like they fight, and he's like such a dick to her sometimes, but at the same time, 2 seconds later they're moving past it. It's just like such a classic like relationship of people who've been together for a long time,
Yeah,
where it's like you can get kind of irritable, but then you still have each other's back at the end of the day, no matter how much you're annoyed of one another. You know what I mean? So it's really funny. Um, Vinny finally starts reviewing and interviewing the witnesses after a needed push from Lisa. While staying at Trotter's cabin in the woods for some needed sleep, Lisa grows frustrated with Vinny, pointing out that they were supposed to get married 10 years ago after he won his first case, and her biological clock is ticking. That scene is like my favorite. The jumpsuit. I don't even know what to say about the jumpsuit. I have no
jumpsuit's
words.
so good.
I have no words. It's too good, really. That scene is like maybe 3 minutes long. It's like
Yeah,
they had to change her outfit just for that, and I'm so glad they did because it's so iconic. You know what I mean? They knew what they were doing. They end up sleeping in the car to get some sleep, since they can't get sleep in the cabin. I think there's like an owl that's like making noise or something.
That's
I can't
right.
remember. Yeah, I think that's what it is
Who
at the
is it
cabin.
out there? It's just this owl in the tree. So good.
So ridiculous. But they get stuck in the mud, which they were warned about earlier in the movie that everyone gets stuck in the mud at least once when they come here. Since it's the first day of trial, Lisa got his suit dry cleaned for him, which has now fallen into the mud along with Vinny. So they both get back to town in the nick of time, where the only suit option last minute was a secondhand store with a bellhop style maroon suit that he wanders into the courtroom with, almost too late. Um, but Vinny is able to use an aggressive and perceptive questioning style against the witnesses, after Stan's public defender struggles to get through his opening statement without stuttering. That whole scene is so funny.
It's so
Literally
good.
can't even get the words out.
I love because Stan is like he doesn't have any faith in Vinny at all.
Mm-mm.
And then like after Vinny does like one thing that's good, he immediately turns to his lawyers like, "You're fired." Like, I
Fired.
want him.
Yeah. I love that also the guy, he's like, what was that? And he's like, I thought it went pretty well. I get a little nervous.
I thought it went pretty well.
He's like, I can't even, he can't even talk without stuttering every word, but yeah, sure. It went super well.
So good.
Sorry, where was I? Vinny is able to discredit Trotter's witnesses and uses his newfound knowledge of cooking grits to show one witness's timeline of the crime is not possible. After the line of questioning, Stan restores faith in Vinny, as you mentioned, and fires the public defender. I just have one section left, so anything to add here?
Nah, continue. I love this bit.
Okay. So later, Trotter calls Vinny to inform him that there is new evidence brought to his attention and a new witness is being added. They bring out FBI analyst George Wilbur, who testifies that the tire tracks at the crime scene matched those of the boys' 1964 Buick Skylark. Vinny tries to poke holes in the testimony, but nothing that the tires are, or sorry, by noting that the tires are the most common across the country. That's really the only way he can dispute it, is that that is the most common tire on most vehicles. When the judge orders a lunch recess, Vinny panics without having much time to review further evidence or rebuttals to the new witness. He lashes out at Lisa when she shows him her developed photos she's been taking throughout the trip, leaving her feeling hurt and fed up. Forgot to mention her adorable pink camera that she carries around the entire trip, taking pictures. I love that. It's so me-coded. I love doing that when I go on trips. Just random little things that you come
Again,
across.
it's a thing that at the beginning you're like, this is just a character trait that's
Yep.
useless.
Nope,
And then
it
by the
means
end,
something.
it means something, yeah.
Yep, isn't that funny? How everything has a purpose. I love movies like that. While looking at the photos that she took, when she leaves, he realizes that one shows the tire marks outside of the convenience store. Vinny compels Lisa to testify as an expert witness against her will. I love this. He like carries her in the building and like has to basically hold her in contempt, to get her to testify. I don't blame her though. He was an ass, and I wouldn't blame her for not wanting to help him. But he uses her as an expert witness, for her family background in auto repair shop, as I already mentioned, and her encyclopedia-like knowledge of cars. After she is proven to be a valid subject matter expert by the judge and Trotter, Vinny questions her about the photo of the tire marks. She's
I
able
love
to
that section in
explain.
Trotter where
Mhm.
where Vinny's Vinny knows where she's going with it, and he
Yeah,
just turns to the boys and goes, "Watch this." He sits back and puts his
so
feet up.
good.
It's so
So
good.
good. Also, earlier in the courtroom when he falls asleep during the opening statement, and he's just like, everything he said is bullshit. That's all I have to add. Just completely like snoring, falling asleep. He's unreal. Joe Pesci is so funny.
He's
He
so
does
good.
not get nearly enough credit.
Agreed.
But yeah, I didn't want to break down that whole thing, but I thought that was just like so perfect too for this district attorney, like older guy, to be like, what does this woman know about cars? Like,
Yeah.
come on. Oh, let me tell you what she knows. Um, yeah, after she's proven to be a valid subject matter expert by the judge and Trotter, Vinny questions her about the photo of the tire marks. She's able to explain that only the 1963 Pontiac Tempest could have made those tire marks due to its independent rear suspension. Um, this scene to me is just like, it's perfect. And it's like what really sells the movie. She's only on the stand for maybe 5 or 6 minutes, maybe 10. It's everything though. That's the reason she won the Oscar. It's she's just the heart of this movie. Without her character, this movie would not be as good. I truly
Agreed.
believe that. And obviously she's what helps bring it all home. Wilbur is then brought back to the stand, who confirms Lisa's testimony, discrediting his own. Meanwhile, Vinny had asked the sheriff for help with something. He comes back to the courtroom testifying that 2 men fitting Bill and Stan's description were arrested 2 days ago in Georgia while driving a stolen Pontiac Tempest and carrying a gun matching the murder weapon. With this new information, Trotter confirms they are dismissing all charges. Bill, Stan, the sheriff, Trotter, and Judge Haller all congratulate Vinny on his win, but he's eager to get out of that town, as you mentioned, or he'll never leave. He and Lisa drive away, resuming their bickering over their long-delayed wedding plans. This is My Cousin Vinny. So I'll give my final thoughts real quick before I ask you. Final thoughts, favorite moments, lines, overall score. This is a perfect movie. I gave it 5 out of 5. I gave it 4.5 the first time, and this time I was like, oh wow, this is like actually a perfect movie for me. This has everything I love in a film. Obviously, amazing cast, fun premise, executions there. Even some of the music and like little added things like that are so great. Really add to the vibe of the movie. Just such a fun premise that is just executed flawlessly with some of my favorite characters like Lisa, that I've just really grown to love. And I can't wait to rewatch this more and more. But yeah, I think some of my favorite moments, obviously the biological clock, the jumpsuit scene. I also just really love when they are, when they're kind of like arguing and that scene and she's kind of just like, well, maybe it was a bad time to bring it up or something like that. I think it's just, they're so funny in their relationship. I just love the little ongoing bickering that then they still love each other at the end of the day. So it adds for a nice little like fun romance along the way, which you don't necessarily need in a movie like this, but it really does add to like loving the characters a little bit more. So yeah, 5 out of 5 for me. I'm really glad we rewatched this. I'm glad you've seen it now. And I just think that this is one of the best comedies of the 90s. And I think I'll just probably keep rewatching this now.
Love that. I'm giving this 4.5, but this reminds me of the first time I watched Truman Show.
Mm-hmm.
I gave that 4.5, and then I rewatched it. I was like, nah, this is epic. This is so damn good. This is like my shit.
Yep.
So I could see this being a 5 in the future for sure. You mentioned everything. I think this is written and acted to perfection. I think this is just such a joy. This is a movie that everyone will take something from.
Yeah.
This is like an all-around enjoyable film, which is great. But it's just so damn good. There's just so many nice scenes in here. Like my favorite will always be the watch this. He puts his feet up in the court. I think that's so good, and that whole section really did win her the Oscar for sure.
The defense is wrong.
The defense is wrong. It's so good. I love this movie. 4.5. Everyone needs to watch it for sure.
Yes, love it. Okay, well, good. I'm glad that we finally got to check off one of your watch list items because I feel like usually you've seen the movie and I haven't, so it's always fun when it's reversed. Before we go, we're going to do a quick little draft because of Marisa Tomei as Lisa and all of her amazing outfits and her perfect red lipstick. We're going to do a draft of the best looking movie characters. So you can either just say like this character or you can say like this actor as this character in this movie. So it's not just like hot people. We're talking about like the whole character, the whole aura
package.
of everything, the whole package. Could be female, male, doesn't matter. And we'll just do 5 each. I think that should be good. You want to start?
There's an easy one to start. Do I go that route? I will. I will go Margot Robbie in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Valid.
Thank you.
There's also a clear number 1 for me, and it's pretty much like an awakening for me. And that was Heath Ledger in 10 Things I Hate About You.
That was going to be my number 2. Nice.
It's been my number 1 for a long time.
That's very good. That's very good. But my number 2, I will then go Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, fun. Wait, who plays Jessica Rabbit? I don't know that I don't know if I've seen that movie like anytime recently.
Jessica Rabbit is played by...
Who? Kathleen Turner. Oh, Kathleen Turner.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. She's big 80s and 90s actress.
Yep, exactly. But I'll be taking Jessica Rabbit.
All right. Okay. I think the number 2 for me is my other obsession, which is a more recent one, and that's Billy Crudup in Almost Famous as Russell Hammond. Probably
Nice.
the best any man has ever looked, ever. I love in the movie, they're like, your looks are becoming a problem.
I love
Yes.
that.
Yes, they are.
I love that. Well, number three, I will take Carrie Ann Moss out of The Matrix.
Great pick.
Thank you.
Carrie Ann Moss in Disturbia.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We just rewatched Memento recently, and I'm always amazed at just like how casually good looking she is. Like,
Yep.
just not even trying. Great pick. I did not have that on my list, actually. I forgot about that. Okay. I got to get a female on the list here, too.
Yeah,
So
I gotta
I
get a
will
guy in there
do.
as well. I've got like five.
I'm between two, but I just will never get over Salma Hayek in general. But in From Dusk Till Dawn, have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
Her body, as
Yeah.
I don't
Perfect.
even like, it's not even, I don't even know what to say. She's so like in shape. Like it's not even like in a creepy way. Just like she's so athletic. It's
Yeah.
impressive.
No, I love that pick. That's a great pick. Well, I will take Ryan Gosling out of Crazy Stupid Love.
Ugh,
You
nice.
look like you're photoshopped.
The abs.
I've got a
Ah.
wild fifth pick. I've got a wild fifth pick.
Sorry, I lost my list right in the middle of doing it. Okay, Ryan Gosling in Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
I got such a wild fifth pick. There's like 0% chance you'd ever guess it.
Okay. Mm. I really would love to take Marissa Tomei, but I'm really trying not to take the movie that we're talking about anymore in drafts, just so that, it mixes it up more. So it's no shade. She would be up there, but I'm going to go ahead and skip it for today. Um, I think I have to go with Brendan Fraser and The Mummy.
Yeah, good pick.
Anybody in The Mummy, but specifically him for me.
Very, very good pick. Nice. Well, my fifth and final pick, I will be picking Nala from The Lion King.
All right.
Yeah.
I support you.
No questions.
I'm not going to ask any questions. I
Yeah,
have
you
no
probably
further
better not. You
questions.
better back away.
Oh, well, I feel like I can't just have one woman on the list, but I'm so torn. I thought you'd take more of the ones I had for the women, so I was like, oh, maybe he'll take them. I don't have to feel like I got to take them, but I'd be remiss if I didn't take my girl Elizabeth Hurley and Austin Powers. I mean,
Oh, good pick. I thought you were going to go Megan
I've
Fox.
seen that movie so many times because of Adam, and I feel like that was like his first crush. So
Yeah.
on his behalf, I will.
Doesn't love Nala?
Miss Kensington,
He's
huh?
not a Nala guy?
I don't think so.
I also wanted to put out Lola Bunny out of Space Jam.
That's definitely a crush for him, for sure. I think every guy, every human, really.
Something about her. Something about
Something about bunnies, I don't know what it is, but some honorable mentions I had were Kate Hudson as Penny Lane, Cameron Diaz in The Mask,
Nice.
Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones,
Yeah,
hot,
it was on my pick as well.
and Henry Cavill in Mission Impossible Fallout. I've never seen the movie, but I've seen the scene, and I've seen the mustache, and that's all I needed to see.
That's all you need. Case closed.
So, case closed. To recap, sorry, and then I'll let you give your honorable mentions. But I took Heath Ledger in 10 Things I Hate About You. I should be saying the character probably. Patrick. Russell Hammond in Almost Famous. Selma Hayek in Dusk Till Dawn. I don't know what her character's name is. I'm so sorry. Brendan Fraser in The Mummy. And Elizabeth Hurley as Vanessa Kensington and Austin Powers. Harry had Margot Robbie in The Wolf of Wall Street as Naomi. Jessica Rabbit. Carrie Ann Moss in The Matrix. I'm like mixing the names of the characters and the actors at this point. Ryan Gosling in Crazy Stupid Love. I'm already forgetting his character's name. And Nala in The Lion King. Did I miss anything?
No, you nailed it. My honorable mentions of Aragon out of specifically Return of the King.
Yeah.
And he comes back into that hall.
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what.
Mm-hmm.
Carrie Fisher out of
Star Wars.
out of Return of the Jedi. Which
Mm-hmm.
is that gear. Both Michelle Pfeiffer and Anne Hathaway as Catwoman.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Even Zoe Kravitz, honestly.
Yeah, oh yeah, get it. I think that was kind of it. I think you got all the other ones from me. Oh, Sean Connery was hot as Bond as well.
Oh, I have a really like weird pick, but it just popped in my brain.
Go ahead.
Burt Reynolds in Boogie Nights,
Good.
weirdly hot.
Yeah, very good pick. Oh, Megan Fox, Transformers.
Yeah, that's a definitely. I feel like for guys like in our age range, that's a very
And
instrumental one.
and whatever her name is in Weird Science.
I don't know. I don't like that movie.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, oh, and Other Mummy out of Coraline. The one with Button's eyes. Oh yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
And on that note, that wraps up our draft and our episode on My Cousin Vinny. For next week, please watch In the Mouth of Madness. Can't wait to talk about that one. We're definitely not going to do that right now. But until next time, I'm Ash, that's Harry, and we'll see you at the movies.